Hi.
Hey,
Hi. Just introduce yourself.
my name is Joshua Mutua. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Kejahunt.
Okay. Tell us about Kejahunt.
So Kejahunt is an online house hunting platform that helps you find a house without the hassle of using agents. So we do this by providing a web platform on www.kejahunt.com and also an app on the Google Play Store whereby our users tell us where they want to move, their budget preferences, and the location, and then we go ahead and find them there.
Um, when did you start? I mean, tell us about the origins. Briefly till now.
We started back in 2014. That was after we finished campus, then we tried finding houses. We were conned quite a number of times by agents because we didn't know the areas that we wanted to move into. So they would tell us that there's a house available while there wasn't, and you are required to pay some amount. So that is why we decided to start the company, because we thought, hey, there has to be a better way to find houses. So it's been around 1 year, 6 months now.
Um, how is it so far?
We're doing good so far. We have 6,000 users so far. We're growing at a rate of about 1,000 users a month. We also recently won the Vision 2030 ACT Award 2015 for housing and urbanization sector. So I'd say we're doing pretty good.
Okay. What can you tell us about the space that you're operating in? Who are your competitors? How many? Let's say, what's the market like?
Yeah.
How many people have been reached by companies like yourselves,
Yeah.
and how many? What's the potential?
Okay. So the current competitors we have in the market are the likes of Parent Kenya and Property 24, who are basically property listing sites. And indirect competitors are, sorry, the direct competitors are not the real estate agents, those conmen that we are trying to avoid. It's a pretty interesting space that you are playing in because, first of all, nobody trusts the other in this space, especially between the agents and the users. So it's a pretty much interesting space, but you're trying to bring in that trust into this industry. Um, some of the things that I find very interesting with our users is there are some very interesting trends. For instance, 2 months ago, so many people are moving towards the south of Nairobi, South B, South C. But right now, so many people are moving towards Ngong Road. So, I mean, we ask ourselves some of these questions like, can we relate this to security? Can we relate this to there are many jobs coming up in the size of Ngong Road, or that type of thing? So, it's a pretty interesting space that we're playing.
Um, you've collected quite a bit of data since
Yes.
you started.
Yeah.
How have you employed that to sort of like influence your decisions?
Yeah. So the first thing we do is that before we move into a new town or maybe even a new country, we first look at how many requests we're getting from that area. So we use that kind of data to tell us that this is the place that we need to move to next. Other things that we've done with the data is we are working with some organizations to try and see how our data can help them in terms of advertising to our customers. For instance, if we have a customer who was on Zuku and they're moving, say, from Islands to Kilimani, they probably want to upgrade to DSTV, right? So that is some of the data that we are looking at to help also other stakeholders in the space.
And so this particular data, so let's say, I mean, other than advertising, would you look into, say, selling, some of this data, to say, the Zukus, the Safaricom's, the Airtels of this world?
Yes, sure. We'll not disregard that, but we want to look at that as a model that we can use in the future.
Okay, fantastic. How many towns are you in now, and what's the future like for Kejahunt?
All right. Currently, we are very, very big in Nairobi. We just got into Mombasa, so we are setting up our footprints there. The next place we will probably go to will probably be Nakuru, and after that to Kampala. The future for Kejahunt, we are looking at being more of a lifestyle app than house hunting. So basically, we are looking at the needs of our users. After we find them the house, before we find them the house, who's handling these customers before and after us. So those are the spaces that we are looking to play in.
Okay, cool, fantastic. Thank you very much.